Hello everyone. So today we are just going to see a new lab book that I made for the Valentine's Day. This is the Rendezvous lab book from the Citrus lab book series. So for the assembling, I'm just going to start to fold over all the lines that has been given along the main panels and the flaps so that we can start assembling the entire lab book. Now that I have folded all the flaps and the panels and the flap pockets, we can start to assemble the lap book. I've also inked along the folded lines. So let's start with the main panel along the panel A side. For the panel A, I'm going to use the flap A. So using the flap A, I'm going to stick along that along the left side of the inside of the panel A, and fold it so that the lady is just fold it in an accordion style. And the next will be the flap B. I am using the pocket of the flap B to attach it to the flap A. I'm just going to use the glue to stick the flap A to the inside of the front of the panel. Just make sure that the front of the, I'm using the right side before gluing it. So now that the flap A is attached, I'm using the flap B, the pocket side, to glue to the back of the flap A. I'm just using the glue to make a pocket. I'm just attaching it as a pocket to the back of the flap A. So now we have flap A and flap B inside the panel A, or the front of the panel. Next, I have the envelope. I'm going to use this envelope to glue along the right side of the panel A. Since I didn't print on the back side, I'm just inking it. And I'm also using a scissor to just fancy cut along the side so that it gives a bit more texture to the envelope maybe. And I'm also making a semicircle cut so that whatever I'm going to insert into the envelope, it will be better, it will be easier for me to take it out. All of this is just optional. So gluing along the sides to make the envelope. Now I'm going to use the inking so that I can see where the panel A ends, and using the cover of the envelope, I'm gluing it along the right side of the front of the panel. So the panel A, the inside of the panel A it's done. I just have the flap A and the flap B along with the envelope on panel A. Now let's go to the panel B. For the other side of the main panel, I'm going to use the flap C and attach it to the right side of the inside of the panel B, main panel. So that is flap C along the main panel B. Next, I have the flap D with the pocket. So again, using the pocket to attach it to the flap C. And you can fold the flap C again in accordion style. So let's glue along the sides of the pocket and stick the flap D to the back of flap C. So I have attached the flap C and the flap D to main panel B, and everything has been folded accordion style so that everything fits into the lap book. Next, I'm going to use the top and the bottom flaps for the main panel B. So just stick those top and bottom flaps with the birds along the top and the bottom corners of the inside of the main panel B. I'm trying to fold all of the flaps in so that the top flaps are fitting in nicely, and repeat the same for the bottom flap. So that's it, the main skeleton. It's almost done. We have the panel A and the panel B with all the flaps attached to it. So to hide the attachments to the main panels, I'm going to use the cover pages which I have just printed on normal printing paper. I usually use main panels and for the flaps anywhere between 140 to 200 GSM papers for the main panel and the flaps. But for the cover pages, I just go and print them on normal printing paper. So I've just glued one of the cover pages on top of the main panel A. And again repeat the same for the main panel B to cover off all the attachments. So the main skeleton of the lab book is now done. You can see everything that folds out and checking whether all the cover pages are intact. Let's go for the pockets now. So this is the main pocket, and this pocket you can fussy cut along the white area. Again, this is optional. I'm going to fussy cut along the white area and the roses so that it gives a good, when I'm going to insert some tags into it, it looks much more beautiful. I'm using a transparent sheet on the back of the pocket to cover the blank space. This main pocket, I will use it on the back of the flap B, and I also have a pocket flap. I'm using this flap to stick it behind the pocket so that it makes a beautiful flap in front of the pocket itself. So I'll be sticking it like so behind and then sticking the pocket on the flap. So this is the pocket flap. Stick it to one side and then stick the entire pocket on the back of the flap flap B. Like so. And the pocket flap, again I'm just going to stick it to the back so that makes another pocket. So that's the first pocket. And I'm just going to add the rest of the pockets as I go. I'm just trimming the pocket so that both of them fit together nicely. This is again optional. So all of the pockets are almost done. You can see that there are lots of pockets and you can arrange them wherever you want to. Most of the pockets have been made for the larger pages. You can just check them. So it's all done. I have attached all the flaps and the pockets. So just a final run through the entire lab book. And now we can start decorating the lab book. That's done, the Rendezvous lab book. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you enjoy making the lab book also. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. See you next time. Thank you.